Hey guys, welcome to another episode of StuTube. It is September the 24th, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about yet another chart pattern that nobody else in the space is talking about. I can almost guarantee you that. And this is the final confirmation that I need to almost guarantee that Bitcoin and crypto as a whole is going to new all-time highs. And I'm seeing potential signs in the market, guys, that are a Moon Boys spank bank material, if you will. And if you guys think that sounds interesting, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you hadn't, and with that, let's get it. Alright guys, I'm going to jump right into that new pattern that I just noticed. Obviously this looks familiar. This is my logarithmic chart, and I have pointed out these triangles to you before, but I wanted to take another look at it since I had missed the fact that we had got this retest that I was talking about. Since I missed that by not looking at the logarithmic chart, I wanted to take another peek at it tonight, and I noticed something very interesting, guys. You know that I've been pointing out in my previous videos that every bear market seems to be like 80 to 87% of decline. Like this one that we just had from 20,000 was an 84% drop. This one here was a 87, 88% drop. Even this mini triangle here, that one wick is 82%. And our very first bear market there, 85%. So you get my point. You guys know how much credibility I give to the Fibonacci retrace, and when I'm looking for rejections at a pull down from top to bottom to see where the market's potentially getting rejected. And I decided to look for that 618 rejection on the log scale. So let's just start here, guys. I think this is the only one where it never quite happened. But you can see here, pulling top to bottom, when we get above that 618 and actually start trading above it, this very first one that it happened, we dropped down almost immediately. It was a bit of a fake out, but once we actually started trading in there as a bit of a trading range, you can see that that's when Bitcoin started its parabolic run. So if we go from that 618 to, oh, sorry about that, to where we kind of topped out here, that was a 2,440% increase, guys. All right, keep that in mind. We're going to go to the next one here, this little triangle here. Take our Fibonacci, top to bottom, and as soon as we got above, we got candle body closes above our 0.618 here, guys. Now, let's take another measurement from our 618 to new all-time highs. A 544% increase, guys. It's a lot smaller of a number, but this was also a very small triangle, and that's still an astronomical gain, guys. Here we have this triangle. Let's pull out our Fibonacci, top to bottom. Our 618, when we started trading above it, right in here. Let's take another measured move here. Breakout, that's another 2,400% increase, guys. So you kind of get what I'm going for here. Hey, like if we go from our $20,000 peak here and go down to our 85% drop at around 3,100, you can see here that this is the line in the sand for me. If we can start closing weekly candles above 13.3 thousand, somewhere in there, that's where I think that is the final confirmation that I need to say that Bitcoin is going to absolutely crush it and it is going to explode. And you can see that every time this has happened in history so far, in Bitcoin's history, this has been the final line in the sand where Bitcoin has absolutely fucking exploded. So you can also see here that that is right where we topped out at this 14K range, and that's also, it's very close to where we topped out on this last pump, guys. So we're getting very close. We're getting very flirty with that mark. I think when we break that, we are absolutely going to explode, and that might be one of those. I don't want to call a 2,000% gain because that is absolutely incredible. but you get my point. It is possible. It's happened more than once. I mean, that's where, guys, if we get that 2,000% increase, again, that number is absolutely ridiculous, but who knows how FOMO will kick in. All I'm saying is it's a possibility. Nobody thought it would happen more than once, and it absolutely has happened more than once. It can happen again. Even if we cut this bull market in half, let's say this is by far, and guys, as we get to these bigger numbers, it takes a lot more money to push it more percentage, right? So I don't want to say we're going to get a 2,000% increase, but just keep imagination going here, because it has happened more than once, and these markets, when driven by emotion, they don't always make sense, and crazy price targets happen. Look what's happened to Tesla in the recent months. Uh, you guys you get what I'm getting at here. So let's say even if this bull market is half the size of the other ones, we're still looking at a price target of over 130,000 US dollars, you guys. What was I saying in that intro? This is absolutely mind-boggling, and I can't believe I haven't noticed it before, and I don't know if anybody else out there in the YouTube space has mentioned this. This is the most bullish thing that I have ever seen since I've started looking at charts. Granted, I have only been looking at charts for about 2 years. I still consider myself a noob, but I do pick up on some interesting technical analysis. And I think this is one of those very, very interesting and very powerful trading tools right here. This is an unbelievable indication of where the market is heading, in my opinion. You guys know, even on the 15-minute chart, I'm always looking at those 618 rejections, and when we start closing candles above them, I start to get a little more bullish. This is a weekly chart. This is a 3-year pattern here, guys. Just think of the potential here and where this market could be heading, especially with the way there's money being printed and all that sort of shit in the global markets. I mean, yes, the markets do not seem all that healthy and they seem inflated as shit, but people are scared of inflation, and the US dollar being printed like that, people are flowing into assets, stocks, currencies, cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, all that sort of stuff, guys. So just really keep this on your radar. I think it's very important. All right, guys. All of that being said, it's very exciting and very interesting, but I'm going to take the astronaut helmet off for a little bit here, because you know what? We haven't been closing candle bodies above that level yet. We're still not there, so we have more things that we have to consider before that. So I'm going to move over back to my daily chart, kind of zoom into things and get on a more level playing field here. You guys know that I was pointing out last night's video that I had a couple of potential wedges. I have this green downward sloping line, and then also this bit of a falling wedge forming. And this is where things might take a little longer to coil up. Let's say even get rid of this line and make this one the green one, just for sake of keeping things neat. You know, I've been pointing out this upward sloping line of support for quite a while now, including when I played this breakout. I was I had a very close eye on the market in this area, and I think I was one of the only people in the space that I was keeping tabs on who was extremely bullish when we were just hugging this support line here before our breakout. But that being said, we did get a bit of a double bottom on it since we had our dump. We did get our double bottom along that upward sloping well, it was a channel with the way I had it mapped out before. I believe I had it as a yellow channel, but now I'm just keeping it as a support line. So we got our double bottom along there, including this engulfing daily candle that just closed a few hours ago. Now, one thing that I want to point out too is if I show some moving averages, guys, zoom in a little bit. This green one that we closed above, that should have been acting as resistance, we totally closed above it, and that is our 21-day moving average, guys. We did have this bearish cross, but we are above the 200-day moving average, so I don't want to give that cross all too much credit right now. Obviously, anything could happen, but right now I'm looking at it as a double bottom along support, a engulfing bullish candle, a close above the 21 daily moving average. That looks pretty bullish to me, guys. Alright, now guys, I am going to clean up this chart a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this potential wedge here, and I'm going to zoom out to my weekly chart. Now you can see that purple line, so we are still above my white triangle. That purple line we are holding as support on the weekly as well. You can see even these 3 wicks have all been respecting that line of support, which I consider quite bullish. And if I remove this purple line, we'll be able to see it a little better. But look at that, guys. This is a 21-week moving average. If I zoom out, I'll just show you what kind of moves that this 21-week moving average does have. Look at that. If we go to the start of our last bull market, you can see as soon as we started trading above it, we just absolutely exploded, and the whole way up, every time we came down to retest it, we just got massive moves to the upside until we entered our bear market. We started getting closes below the green line, and well, then we got our infamous, I guess, descending triangle, and that was right along that 21-week moving average, just dumped. You can see here, we started closing candles above, and look what happens. We went absolutely parabolic again. Here we were treating it as pretty strong resistance, although we never got any massive dumps, although at the time this would have seemed like massive dumps. We are trading above it again. I mean, we were trading above it here, and then we obviously had this COVID pandemic dump, and whether that's what caused it or manipulation caused it, who cares? Either way, we got below that, we got a massive dump, and now we got above that line again here, guys. We started respecting it, and we did get this fairly large pump to the upside. Even once we closed above and we started wicking down to it, we did get a pump of about 54%, and that's no joke, guys. And the fact that we're above it and now we're testing it as support, just like it tends to do in bull markets, that just also looks insanely bullish to me, guys. Even if this candle closes red this week, but it looks something like that, it's not an engulfing red candle or anything, I don't see any reason why this 21-week moving average wouldn't be about to act as a springboard. I think in the next week or two, as long as we don't get a crazy weekend here and that red candle engulfs or something like that, if we don't drop this little line of support here, after that, anything's possible. We could retest my triangle and take off from there. We could retest whatever, but I'm saying that if we hold above that level for this week, I think the next week or two there's going to be some very unexpected fireworks happening in the Bitcoin space. Obviously, guys, none of this has to happen, and none of this is financial advice. I'm not a professional. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. I'm just showing you my speculative visions of the market and how I plan to potentially crush this market. So, I mean, good luck to all of us. No patterns are perfect, and nothing has to repeat itself, guys, but I think I've pointed out some very interesting things in this video that I think we know where we need to get to. I think if we get those weekly candle closes above that 13.3 thousand, guys, I think that's what it's going to be. I think that is going to be the massive explosion that people have been waiting for a new crazy bull market with new all-time highs, and make $20,000 as an all-time high. Possibly look quite small. And I know that sounds ridiculous right now, and it does not have to happen, but guys, I've showed you what has happened in the past with Bitcoin, and nothing is impossible. So guys, again, if you appreciate this content, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. If you found this video very interesting, share my video, share it with friends or other people you would like to check out my videos to get their input on it, anything like that. I would love any sort of contact, I guess I just want to get the name out there. I'm hoping to start up a Twitter soon so I can start posting more real-time analysis rather than having to wait till after work to make videos. And like I've been saying, I've been working out of town long days and stuff, and it's been hard to even make videos, so it'd be a lot easier to post on some social media. So I do want to get that up and running in the next few weeks here, guys. But until then, yeah, please leave a like, subscribe if you hadn't. And with that, I'm out. Have a good weekend, guys. Stay safe. Peace.